All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Day three of Busbound. Uh, I call it day instead of, part one, part two, part three. So I just say day one, day two, day three. Um, if you guys missed my previous day three, if you guys missed my previous live stream, make sure you guys go watch it. Um, so you can keep up with, where I'm at in the game. Um, let me see something. I just need to make sure that my stream is working. I think it does. Yeah, yeah, it's working. Okay, let me just make sure. All right, all right, cool. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Yo, man, this bus, it's so speed. It's so Keanu Reeves speed, bro. But you know what? It is. It is. I just put a thumbnail of me driving this bus in a third-person view. It's the same exact livery, same exact bus from Speed 1994. You know what? You think about 1994, it feels like an ancient history, bro. It just reminds me how old I am. When I think about 1994, it feels like an ancient history, really. Um, yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy to think I'll be 50 years old pretty soon. Wow, dude. Time flies by. It really flies by, dude. But you know what? You have to get old at some point, right? You have to get old at some point. Okay, so we're ready. We're ready to continue. I still have a lot of stuff to do on Busbound. Like I said, I just started playing the game today. This is day three. I still have a lot of stuff to do here. Look, there's plenty for me to do. Plenty. So let's let's see. Let's see. I have to do this tourist drive. There's one more that I need to do, and then I have to add a new line, and then I have to complete 100% line 3, and then 100% 101 Phoenix line, and then 100% 103 downtown transfer. And then I get to unlock a new district and a new bus. All right, so let's first do this one tourist. Hold on, so one tourist drive available. So I need to do this one tourist drive that's available. Short sightseeing. Yeah, short sightseeing drive. That's what they mean by one tourist drive available. That's the one right here, short sightseeing drive. All right, let's do that. Start driving. Why don't I just use my, can I use my speed bus? Uh, should I use a double decker? Hold on. All right, let's go with this. All right, let's go. All right, let's go. All right, all right, all right, all right. There they are. All right. This is sightseeing, basically. There's going to be a guy with a cowboy hat. Well, there he is. He's the one that's going to be, you know, talking and telling the passengers, basically, about the city and specific areas in the city.
Welcome aboard Emberville's very own sightseeing bus. I'm Chris, and I'll be your guide today. We show the amazing spots you won't hear about anywhere else. So, let's go.
Like his job basically is like to tell you about the city, and the history of the city, and very you know, important fictional. It's all fictional, basically. It's like Emberwill's historical, you know, landmarks, right? So my job here, see, this is the tricky part. My job is here to figure out where I need to go. So I need to go turn a left here, and then check here, and then make another right here, check here, and then go around here and check here, and then here. And sometimes this is tricky because, you know, you have to constantly look at the map as you're driving, you know. I wish that they would have given me a map so I can look at it. All right. Let's continue. I just realized I can use the sunscreen. I can lower it down if I want to. That's pretty cool. All right, so we have to make a left, I think. We have to make a, no, we have to make a right. Right. What am I doing? We have to make a right. All right, so we have to make a right, and we have to keep driving forward, and I think that's where the sightseeing is right here. It's basically a landmark. It's like fictional historical landmarks of Emberville, you know. I mean, it's a fictional city, you know. It's fictional city, and basically what this guy's doing, he's like talking to passengers, telling them about the landmarks on this city. See,
Hey, there's a sign. My kids love coming to Icy Flakes Palace. But let's be honest, who can look at that sign and not love it? Ice cream and arcade games never go out of fashion.
it's kind of like, you know the Hollywood Boulevard and Hollywood Hills. They have these like Hollywood stars shuttle bus and takes you around the Hollywood Hills, and they show you where celebrities live, right? It's kind of like that. Wait, so now I have to make a left, right? Yeah, left. I have to make a left here and then right.
Very smooth driving.
And then I believe it's on the right here. It's right over here on the right. And then right there on the left, there it is. Right here, there it is.
This was once meant to be a major station on Emberville's elevated railway. As you can probably see, it didn't last. Emberville was closed for local rail trains.
I just realized I can see right there on the top. Right here on the top, I can see actually where I need to go and how far I am from these landmarks.
Ladies, gentlemen, and everybody else is the
But I thought I already did this. Like, why are we doing this again? Like, I thought we already did this on the previous tourist tour. I thought we already done this. Like, I don't understand why we're still doing this. I really hope that they make a VR update for this game. This game in VR, dude. It will be amazing, dude. I think I have to make a left over here. Oh crap. Oh crap. Oh, come on, dude. I had a right away, bro. I had a right away. Thank you. Okay, so we're done. This was just a short short sightseeing. I got it. Here we go.
All right, hopping off safe and sound again, thanks to the best driver in town. Enjoy the rest of your day, folks.
All right, so we're done with the tourist sightseeing. Thank God. Thank God. All right, so we're done with that. We don't have to worry about that anymore. I find it very boring doing these sightseeings. Not really a big fan of these sightseeings. I prefer to just pick up the passengers and drive them to their, destination, to the bus stop. To me, that's the fun part. Is I'm like I said, that's like the only part about this game that I don't like is I don't like the sightseeing. It's kind of annoying. But picking up the passengers and bringing them to the bus stop, and then picking up other passengers waiting for me at the bus stop, delivering them to the bus stop, picking them up from the bus stop. That's what I like. New tourist drives tomorrow. Oh God, no. Oh please, no more. God, no more. All right, let's do this downtown transfer because I wanna finish this. I'm almost there. I wanna finish this. I will be using my favorite bus. What is this? I never driven this one. You know what? I don't remember driving this one actually. Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah. It's the electric version. My favorite bus, as I have told you guys, is the old bus. That's the one that I like. But I don't want to just use that bus, because then it will become annoying to you guys if I'm just using that one bus, I wanna drive a variety of buses, That's the whole point. And I think that's what you guys want to see. But me personally, my favorite bus is the old bus, Keanu Reeves 1994 speed bus. I think the graphics are good in this game. It's like GTA 5 enhanced. Honestly, the graphics are pretty good. Is this a simulator? No. It's more of like arcade style, more like an arcade style um, bus game that's easy to pick up and play, right? It's very straightforward. Like the best way to explain this game is like it's very straightforward. You don't have to go through, um, like 5 minutes or 10 minutes of like checking everything, setting up everything. Like in the Fern bus, in the Fern bus and the other bus games, you constantly have to like do this, do that. That's more of like a simulator, right? But that's done on purpose like that. Like the Fern bus is difficult because it is a simulator. The bus game, it's difficult because it is a real simulator. So you have to do everything. You have to check in the passengers. You have to check everything. You have to, start your shift by clocking in, putting your information, which route, the number of the route, like the real bus drivers would do, right? So those games are more of a simulator. That's a simulator, like a Fern bus. If you want like a real good simulator, I would say either the bus or a Fern bus. Actually, Fern bus is the best bus simulator out there, dude. If you really want a good like bus simulator. This is straightforward. This is like easy to pick up to play. Everyone can pick it up and play. You don't have to like, even your grandma and your grandpa can pick this up and play, and anyone can play. And that's the whole purpose of this. That's why they made this. And I think that's why a lot of people are attracted to this bus game. And that's why a lot of people are talking about this bus game, because it is very simple. And sometimes you want simple. Sometimes you're not in the mood, right? Let's say you have a long day and you're tired. You're like, man, I'm tired, right? I had a long day, right? I don't feel like playing these like super complex, difficult simulators, right? I want to play something simple, simplistic. So this is more of a simplistic bus simulator game, but not really a simulator, more of like a straightforward arcade. Okay. And this is from the same creators who made the bus simulator franchise. They also have another bus simulator coming out, Bus Simulator 27. But I honestly think this is their best, if I can be completely honest. And I have played all of their bus simulators in the past. I would say this is their best, bro. And it's not just me saying it. You can go search on YouTube and you will see a lot of YouTubers saying exactly the same thing. And they all say that exactly the reason why they all feel the same way about this one. It's because it's simplistic and it's simple. But yes, you can use all of the racing wheels. You can use Moza, Thrustmaster, Logitech. You can use all of those racing wheels. They will all work perfectly. Oh, no, 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 no. Red light. Red light. They will all work perfectly with this game. I've seen a lot of YouTubers actually use these racing wheels like Moza. Moza's the best. Moza's the one that's like the truck and like the real replica of the truck wheel and the bus wheel. So Moza is the best. They support Moza. They support Logitech. They support Thrustmaster. Thrustmaster has a pretty good lineup of racing wheels. So you can treat this game as a simulator if you want to, but it's not really a simulator. But you can treat it like a simulator if you want. All you have to do is just connect a racing wheel. And if you have Moza, then it's going to feel like a real bus simulator, you know. I hope this makes sense, you know. I hope I'm not confusing you. So I know some people say, well, Mr. 4K, which is it? Is it a simulator or not a simulator? No, it's not a simulator. It's arcade. But you can treat it like a simulator if you want to use a racing wheel. Okay? This is not a simulator. This is more of a straightforward, like I said earlier, straightforward, arcade style, easy to pick up and play type a bus game, you know. It's a fun, chill bus game. Honestly, it's very chill. And sometimes you want these chill games, right? Don't you get tired of playing like all these hard, difficult games?
Excuse me, can we hurry up?
Don't you want to play some chill games, right? And that's what this is, you know. It's like a chill game. You want to play a chill game? This is it. I did a video a long time ago, months ago. Was it 3 months ago or something like that? I think it was 3 months ago. When the demo came out for the Busbound. Was it 3 months ago? I think it was 3 months ago. August, July, June, May. No, I think it was like 4 months ago. I'm sorry. Anyway, it was. I think it was in either April or May. I think it was April. It was in April. And I remember when the demo came out in April, I was talking about it, and I was praising this game and the demo. And if you go watch that video, you will see
Frontier Station.
You will see a thumbnail of me holding a coffee cup, drinking a coffee cup, and you see this demo of this game. And I was talking about this game. I was playing it, I was streaming it, and I was praising it. I was telling everyone like how awesome this game is. And here we are now, months and months later, the full version of the game looks amazing. It's fun, man. It's just the graphics are like good. They're like a GTA 5 style graphics. Which is pretty good. But can I access? Yeah, all of this stuff I can access. You know, like I said, I can treat this as a simulator if I want to. You know, you can still do everything manually, you know what I mean? But it's really a arcade game. Straightforward arcade game.
Emberville Bus Depot.
Stuff there. Thank you. And if you guys want to go watch that video, please go ahead and watch that video. I think it was in April. I think I might have been among the very first ones that actually played the demo It was like early April. Yeah, it was early April. I was look, there's a cop car. I just realized, dude. There's a police car. I did let's take a photo here. I did a video or a live stream. I did like 2 live streams on this game when the demo came out, and I think I was among the very first ones to do a demo live stream. And you'll find that video back in April. I think I was praising it, dude. I was like praising this game. I said, this is cool, this is awesome. And I was right. If you're looking for that video in back in April, you'll see a thumbnail of me drinking a cup of coffee. I'm holding a coffee cup and I'm drinking it. And in the background there's the busbound main menu, you know, interface. I think I was praising that game. I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, I was saying how awesome this game is. But then I looked at other people's videos and they all praised it, dude. Even the big influencers who have millions of followers, even those influencers who have millions of followers, I mean subscribers, even they said the same thing. Like, it's a pretty cool game. And right now it's on sale, you know. Right now it's on sale. You can buy it for like $24, man. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool deal. However, deluxe edition, you're missing, you know, the bus pass is pretty cool because the bus pass will give you whatever future DLCs they release, you will have it. Whatever, you know, buses that they release and whatever districts that they release, you will have it, you know. All right, what's next? What's next?
Hey there. Feedback was much better for that last tour. I got some really nice remarks about the experience. And your driving was all right, too. I'm kidding. You did a great job. I'm going to start talking with the local hotels and holiday package makers and see what we can organize. You'll be seeing more tour requests coming in. In the mean, you just keep doing what you do. I look forward to going on more tours with you. Just keep in mind that getting to the destination is more important than having high energy. We still have lots of sights to discover, so we will have an easier time if we keep humble expectations.
Oh, do I have to do this? Oh my God. I hate doing these sightseeings, but I have to do it. Can I pick and choose any bus for sightseeing, right? I'll go with this. Yeah, I'll go with the Keanu Reeves bus. Oh, there he is. Welcome aboard, everyone.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for starting your day with us. I promise you won't regret it.
Trust me, you guys won't regret it. This is Speed. This is the true sequel
Very smooth
to the original.
driving.
Speed 2 was just terrible, dude. I can't believe, man, how bad that movie was. And I also can't believe it was directed by the same director, dude. You know what it was? It was just a bad script. It was a bad script. Actually, no, we can go straight. We can go straight. It was a bad script. It's about the cruise, right? It was on a cruise ship or something. I know Sandra Bullock was back. Keanu Reeves was not back. Some other guy came in playing it. I forgot his name. It was on a cruise ship. It was just bad. I mean, I guess William Dafoe was, you know, he's good at it. Listen, think about the William Dafoe. Like, the guy is good in any movie. Like, you put William Dafoe in any movie, he'll deliver, bro. He's a truly unique actor. He made so many movies, man. I always felt like William Dafoe is very underrated, man. Like, the guy always delivers, bro. Like, on every role that he takes on, he takes it seriously. Even when he played a Green Goblin, man, he took it on seriously. Like, every role that he does, he's truly a theater actor.
This testament to the monolith that is the automotive industry in our country is well placed right next to and overshadowing our seat of government. SE Auto has a lot to answer for over how Emberville has developed in the last half century. People
Dude,
love
did
their
these guys
cars.
just crash into me? I need to make my tourists happy. Yeah, guys. I need you to be happy. All right. Do we go this way or? No, this way. This way. This way. Are you kidding me? This is turning into a speed movie, bro. Oh shit. This is the worst tourist attraction. Yo, they're terrified. Yeah, that's what happens when you're riding with Keanu. Yo, the tourists will be terrified, bro. Yeah. Now they know who's riding the bus. I mean, who's driving the bus. Which way do we go? And the tourists are like terrified, bro. Holy crap, dude. We gotta go around. Come on now. Do not enter. Yo, man. This is turning into a nightmare. Holy crap, dude. Yo, the tourists are like terrified. Get me out of this bus, bro. Yo, they're terrified. I need to bring their energy back. They're scared shitless, bro. Yeah. This bus gotta go 50. If it goes below 50, that's not good. If it goes below 50, forget about it.
Oh, I felt that right to my core.
And this, ladies, gentlemen, and everybody else, is the beloved home of our brand new bus service. It's amazing how much progress our bus driver here has already been able to make in helping us improve our public transport services. Everyone give it up for him.
Yeah, give it up. For a reckless driver. What is this guy doing? Wait a minute. I think it's this way, yeah. It's that overhead train line, yeah.
This was once meant to be a major station on Emberville's elevated railway. As you can probably see, it didn't last. Emberville was closed for the local rail transit when it became clear that traffic from mining would cease. It's still used for through traffic.
Okay, let's go this way. Right side, right side, right side. All right, good, good. Oh my God, I almost crashed. I think it's this way. I told you I can't stand these tourist sightseeings. Probably one of the worst part about this game is doing this tourist sightseeing. I can't stand it because you always have to look for these landmarks, you know. Instead of giving you the map so you can see it on the map. I mean, yeah, there is a map, but I always have to do this. Constantly I have to do this to see where I'm at, and it's so annoying. Like I said, I'm not like a huge fan of the tourist sightseeing.
My kids love coming to Icy Flakes Palace. But let's be honest, who can look at that sign and not love it? Ice cream and arcade games never go out of fashion.
Oh, wait. Let's go make a left. Let's go see the is the high school over there? They want to see the high school and stadium. So can we? Oh yeah, we're actually going the right way. Just go straight up. Go straight up. I mean, this game looks beautiful, to be honest with you. Surprisingly, it looks beautiful, like a GTA 5. It really looks like a GTA 5 enhanced. It's pretty cool. Oh, hey, it's the red light, bro. Take it easy, man. All right, there it is. The high school. Right, there it is.
The Phoenix High Riverbirds are one of the most successful high school level football teams in history, with players going on to great success both at college and pro level. We take a huge amount of pride in their prowess. Go high or go home.
I think we're good. What else can we go? I think we checked everything. Let's just go back. Well, there is, I guess we could go here before we go to the Frontier Station. Make a right. Let's just go. Let's just go. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of these tourist sightseeing, you know, missions. What the hell happened here, man? What kind of landscaping is this, bro? Who trimmed this this tree? Look at this nonsense. I gotta take a photo of this. Who trimmed this tree? It's ridiculous. Let's see. Oh, we gotta go straight. Okay, just keep going. We still have a long way to go. We're almost there. Wait, did I miss it? No. It's here, it's here. I got it. Hold on. It's right here.
To everyone hopping off, thanks for having us. It's our pleasure, really.
Okay. All right. Please, let's not do any more of these tourist sightseeing missions. Thank you. Let me create another route. Oh my God, new tourist drives tomorrow. No, please, no more. No more. Oh wait, line 3 needs to be 100%. Wait a minute. Let's do that. Okay, which bus have I not tried? I have not tried Sigma. This Sigma Bluebird. Listen, I don't want to just drive one bus, even though I love, the old bus, 1994 Keanu Reeves bus, but I wanna try a variety of different buses. I want to try this one. I never tried this one, so I wanna try this bus. This bus. Yeah, this is a good one. I like this one. Let me see. Looks really good. I like it. I like it. I like this one. This one's really nice. Welcome aboard, everyone. Get in. What's going on? Did they all get in? Okay, they did. They did. They did. They did. Okay, good, good. They did. I guess I must be blind. I think they got in the back, and I didn't see them.
Belvedere Elementary.
You're probably wondering, hey, Mr. 4K, why do you suck so bad driving this bus? That's because I'm using a controller, guys. You have to understand. I'm using a controller, all right? It's a controller. And the controller is very sensitive, you know what I mean? Racing wheel, I would still recommend racing wheel. It's just I'm too lazy to, connect my racing wheel just for this game, But I would recommend racing wheel. Everyone's recommending racing wheel. It's just a better experience. I would really love to see PlayStation VR 2 update. I was talking about this earlier on my previous live streams. I said I'm surprised that they haven't thought about is it a police station or just a police car?
Very pleasant driving.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I wish that they would do an update for PlayStation VR 2, because PlayStation VR 2 for this game would be amazing, dude. It would be just amazing. Amazing. Hopefully they'll consider PlayStation VR 2. Hopefully developers will see this video one of these days, you know, because you don't know who's watching your videos, right? And you're hoping maybe developers will look at my video. I'm really hoping that they do look at my video. If you guys, I'm speaking to developers, if you ever find this video, guys, PlayStation VR 2, this game would be perfect for PlayStation VR 2. It would be so much better, dude. Oh my god. And then you add a racing wheel with the PlayStation VR 2. Oh my god, dude. Are you kidding me? A game like this, it's perfectly designed for PlayStation VR 2. And I'm surprised that developers haven't thought about that. Listen, I would be willing to pay like a $10 upgrade. I would have like, you know what? I'll even pay $20 upgrade for VR version. I would, just for this game. Because it would be perfect. You already have all of the wheels, racing wheels supported, even Moza wheel, which is the original replica of I think it's based on the European trucks replica wheel, the truck wheel, but it also looks like a very similar to like a European bus and trucks wheels called Moza. Think about it. If you have Moza racing wheel, I mean Moza wheel with PlayStation, if this was just think about it like this. Imagine if they add PlayStation VR 2 and then you have a Moza wheel. Play this game with Moza wheel and PlayStation VR 2. Oh my god, dude. It would be so immersed. You would be so immersed. It would be so immersive, dude. It would be so immersive. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, dude. I can tell you right now, this would be so immersive. Just think about it. You know what I'm talking about, guys? The Moza. Think about it. With the Moza wheel and PlayStation VR 2 and PlayStation VR 2. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god, bro. Are you kidding me? Hopefully, developers will see this video one day and hopefully they will reconsider giving us a VR update for PlayStation VR 2. Especially now since PlayStation VR 2 is $300. They cut the price on PSVR 2, $300. It's like perfect time to buy it. I really don't understand why some of these developers don't take the advantage of PlayStation VR 2. Same goes for Train Simulator, right? Train Simulator. Why not? Why not have PSVR 2 support? PSVR 2 support, man. I just don't understand. Like,
Can we hurry up?
I just don't understand. Like, why? Why not? And these are all Unreal Engine 5 games. This is Unreal Engine 5. Train Sim World, it's Unreal Engine 5. And these Unreal Engine 5 games are much easier to convert to PlayStation VR 2. They're much easier to convert. And it really it shouldn't even take them that long. All it would take is just a patch update, bro. They could actually like tomorrow, dude. They could patch this game up tomorrow and we could have a PlayStation VR 2 update. The same thing with the Train Sim World. They could do the same thing with the Train Sim World. I hope that they will reconsider maybe giving us a PlayStation VR 2 update for American Truck. Whenever American Truck and Euro Truck comes out, I mean, seriously, I know that they are going to release, they already made the announcement that they are going to release a console version for the very first time. American Truck and Euro Truck's coming to console. I don't know when, but it's coming to console. Dude, like, imagine American Truck and Euro Truck with PlayStation VR 2 support. Are you kidding me, bro? Like, I don't know, man. Like, I see things and like missed opportunities, bro. Like, even with this Halo campaign evolved, I see a missed opportunity. Like for PlayStation 5 version, why not use PlayStation VR 2? Don't you think that would make a huge difference between the Xbox version and the PlayStation 5 version, where you can use PlayStation VR 2 to play as Master Chief in the legendary original remake of the game, dude? Like, missed opportunities. But I know some of you will say, but why would Microsoft want to do that?
Frontier Station.
Then everyone will be buying a PlayStation version. No one's going to bother buying a Xbox version. That's a good point. I can see that, point from that perspective, But still, it's missed opportunity. Sony should have paid extra money just... Oh, I have to say something before we continue, because I can't drive and think at the same time, man. It's sometimes it's disorienting. Like, think about this. If I'm a CEO of PlayStation and Microsoft already decided that they're going to release Halo campaign evolved on the PlayStation 5. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. All right, we already have PSVR 2, right? Very successful PSVR 2 and the original PSVR, but especially PSVR 2, right? I'm thinking this. Why not pay extra money to Microsoft and Halo Studios to give us a PlayStation VR 2 option? I'm sure they would have done it. I mean, I'm sure they would have done it. But here's the thing. I think it's also Sony. If you think about it, it's also Sony because Microsoft has already, they already have done this with Microsoft Flight Simulator, right? You can play PlayStation VR 2 on Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, right? So then why not do the same thing for Halo Campaign Evolved? You see, that's my point. We already have a big Microsoft game, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, that supports PlayStation VR 2. So why not do the same thing for Halo Campaign Evolved for PSVR 2? I'm sure Microsoft would have said yes if Sony would have paid a little extra money. And if I was the CEO, that's the first thing I would have done. I would have paid an extra money to Microsoft just to give us the PSVR 2 version of Halo Campaign Evolved. Don't you want to play as Master Chief, like wearing this headset, bro? Like, are you kidding me, dude? The Halo Campaign Evolved, it's perfectly designed for this, man. And I'm surprised that no one talks about this. I see all these big influencers on the YouTube with millions of subscribers, and none of them ever mentioned this, bro. You know, these are big influencers with 5 million, 6 million, 10 million subscribers, and not one single one of them ever said, you know, don't you think Sony should maybe get in touch with Microsoft and pay him a little extra money so we can have a PSVR 2 version of Halo Campaign Evolved? Do you understand how many PSVR 2 headset Halo Campaign Evolved would have sold? Just the fact that it has that ability to be played in VR on PlayStation VR 2. Think about that. Co-op. Cooperative play, dude. Are you kidding me, dude? Think about that. Halo Campaign Evolved. You get to play in VR cooperative play on a party chat. Everybody's wearing a headset. And you get to play with your friends in VR on PlayStation VR 2 throughout the entire campaign, dude. And you're trying to tell me that wouldn't be a great deal? Dude, that would be the best-selling game on the PlayStation 5 until Wolverine. People would easily buy PlayStation 5 and PSVR 2 now that it's $300 just to be able to play Halo Campaign Evolved in VR, dude. With their friends, with a cooperative play, because it does support co-op. You can play up to 4 players, right? In a cooperative co-op mode, including yourself and then 3 other of your friends, which is total of 4 cooperative co-op players together. You can have a party chat turned on and put on a VR headset, right? Think about it. You put on a VR headset. Just, it seems like a missed opportunity. And if I was the CEO of PlayStation, that would be the very first thing I would do. I would think about how can I take the advantage of this, bro? Right? We already invested a lot of money into this. We have this. Why not make money off of it? Why not take the advantage of it? Sure, why not? All these missed opportunities. They could have reached out to Rockstar in GTA 5, right? If I was the CEO of Sony, I would have reached out to Rockstar and say, hey, can we have like an exclusive PlayStation VR 2 deal? And I'm sure Rockstar would have done it if the price was right. Sure. But guess what? It would also benefit the company. But what did Sony do? Oh, we're going to remove the physical media. Sony, come on, man. And why would you even, look, Sony, why would you want to even announce that so early on? Why would you want to even announce that? Hey, in 2028, January, that's it. No more physical media. Why would you want to do that? I would never make that announcement so early. You know when I would make that announcement? 2027, December. In 2027, December. Because it's like, all right, it's the end of the year. We have one more month to go. Might as well let people know, hey, we're removing discs. But Sony made this announcement a year and a half in advance. Like, why would you make an announcement a year and a half in advance? That's not smart business, dude. That's like, what do they think the people would react? How, like, do you really think people would, did they really think that people would react like, hey, this is a great idea, this is awesome? No. Man. But anyway. Dude, if I was the CEO of Sony PlayStation, you talk about the greatness awaits again. Greatness awaits again. Bro, that would be my new slogan. Greatness awaits again. Greatness awaits again. If I was the CEO of PlayStation, but of course I'm not, you know. Anyway, look, I don't want to spend too much time talking about this. I'm just seeing a lot of missed opportunities that Sony has. And it's sad to see, you know, PlayStation, you know, missing out on these missed opportunities. You know what I mean? But anyway. And there were so many missed opportunities with Sony in the past 6 years. Honestly, they could have done so many great things, but they choose to like. I don't know. They choose. I don't know what they chose. It's like. You know what it is, man. I think what happened to Sony is this. What I mean, I'll tell you what my theory is about the PlayStation and why PlayStation is where it is right now. What happened with PlayStation is they were way too confident that they are like the greatest of the greatest. We're the best, and that's that. That's that ego. You see that ego thing? What's going on with this light? It's still red light? That's that ego thing. And because of that ego, where Sony felt like, you know, we're a PlayStation. We can, you know, make any decisions we want to make because we're a PlayStation. You know, our PlayStation fanboys will always be there for us. Well, hey, PlayStation fanboys are not happy the way PlayStation is doing right now. They're not happy about the physical media not being there in 2028. You know, you can't always think that, you know, you're on top of the world, you know. And I think that's what happened with PlayStation. They felt like, oh, we're on top of the world. And they were. At one point in time, they were. With Greatness Awaits, they were like the best of the best. right? But those days are, long gone, okay? You know. And I think now Sony has a rude awakening. They're like, oh shit, you know. And look, same thing happened with the Xbox. But the thing with the Xbox, it was just um, experimenting. Honestly, the reason Xbox has failed, it's because of experimenting. Uh, Phil Spencer was experimenting way too much, dude. You know that old saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But Phil Spencer decided just to experiment left and right, experimenting with this, experimenting with that. Let's do this. Let's try this. This is your Xbox. Xbox is everything. Xbox is your microwave. Xbox is your coffee maker. Xbox is your blender. Xbox is your fridge. Xbox is your toilet. Xbox is your hot tub. Did I say microwave? Yeah, Xbox is your microwave. Xbox is your toilet. Xbox is your closet. Xbox is your wallet. Xbox is everything. And how did that work out? How did that work out? It didn't work out well. They lost a lot of money. This acquisition with Call of Duty, what a waste of money, huh? How did that work out? Um, See, that's the problem. You know, here's the issue right now with the Xbox and PlayStation. Um, Once people lose trust in you, you know how difficult it is to gain that trust, right? And that's what's going on with the Xbox right now, and that's also what's going on with the PlayStation right now. You know how difficult it is to gain that trust, right? Once people are convinced, okay, we cannot trust this company. They lied to us way too many times. They're always flip-flopping back and forth, you know. Once that happens, and I think Asha Sharma has realized that, oh my God, I need to rebrand, reset this company because right now we have no trust. Like, and that's what we need, right? You need trust from customers, right? We are the customers. We are the ones who are buying your brand. We are the ones who are using your service. Same thing with Sony, right? We are the ones who are buying your super expensive $900 console, PS5 Pro, right? We're the ones that buy your consoles and your games. And once we lose the trust, right, then that's the hardest part. How do you gain that trust back? And that's right now what's going on with both of these companies. Okay? How do we gain? This is what I'm telling you right now. They're sitting around the table and they're saying, whether it's Seattle, Tokyo, right? Sony, Microsoft, Xbox headquarters, Tokyo, Sony headquarters, they're sitting around the table and they're saying, how do we gain the trust from everyday Joe Schmo and Mary? How do we get that trust? So now they have to gain that trust back. And that's something that takes time, dude. That's something that takes time. You know, you can't get that trust so easily back, you know. And I think this is the lesson learned. We're talking business, all right? Listen, PlayStation's not going anywhere. Xbox not going anywhere. They're always going to be here in some shape and form, whatever that shape and form is, right? Same thing with Nintendo. They're not going anywhere, obviously. They're always going to exist. These three large brands, Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, which is the three, as I like to call them, the big three, like Mark Cerny. The big three. The big three. Those are the big three. PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo. Those are the big three. PC is the PC, okay? People talk to me about the Steam. Listen, that's like fire and water. They're two different things, two different elements. Fire and water don't match with each other, all right? They don't work with each other, okay? They don't like each other, right? Fire and water don't go well together. So I keep PC in a different universe. It's a separate universe, okay? So when I see some of these YouTubers comparing PC to a console, I'm like, dude, like you already lost me right there. I'm not going to bother watching your videos. I don't even care what you have to say, honestly. I don't even care about your opinion. When you start comparing a PC to a console, bro, I don't care what comes out of your mouth. I don't care what your opinion is. As soon as you start comparing a PC to a console, consoles are consoles. They live in a separate universe. PC gaming lives on a separate universe. And that's how they should be treated, you know. I'm talking about the consoles. So the big three are Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, right? Those are the big three. And they're always going to be around, whether it's the cloud gaming or digital plus cloud, right? It will always exist. These brands will always exist. Even in 2050, 2060, 2070, 2080, 2090, these brands will always be here. PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo, they will always be here in whichever shape and form that is. PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo, those are the big three. I'm not putting Sega in there because Sega, remember, with the Dreamcast, they pulled the plug on that a long time ago. So there's only big three: Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo. Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo. So, regardless of physical media, no physical media, here's the point I'm trying to make. Regardless of if there's a physical media, no physical media, digital, cloud, it doesn't matter. These brands will always be here. Okay? This is what you guys need to understand. Regardless of how you feel about these companies, yes, I totally agree. It's difficult to trust these companies because of, how much they have manipulated and lied to us and, rip us off with these super expensive consoles, super expensive, subscriptions, super expensive games, right? And they keep raising the price. They keep raising the price. They're not lowering the price. That's the crazy part. They keep raising the price. So I totally understand why people have lost faith and trust in both PlayStation and Xbox. Nintendo is still doing good. Listen, Nintendo, it's still doing great. Nintendo has always played it safe because Nintendo understands if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And it's been working for them all of these years, right? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And this is why Nintendo has always been successful because they understood that important concept, that one golden rule, right? Don't experiment unless you don't have to. Why would you want to experiment? And that's where Xbox made a mistake. Even Sony started experimenting, Let's put our games on the PC. Why? Why would you want to put your games on the PC? The whole idea is to be exclusive. And now, so you're moving out of the exclusivity and you're putting it out there on the PC. Why? Why do that? Don't you want to stay exclusive? Isn't that the whole point of PlayStation You can only play it on a PlayStation. It's exclusive, right? That's how it should be. So, and now Sony wants to remove their games from PC. See, they're experimenting. They know they made a mistake. Same thing with the Xbox. All of these experiments, it didn't pay off. It was a mistake after mistake after mistake because they're experimenting and they're not thinking, hey, if it ain't broke, why fix it? Play it safe. Play it safe. The whole reason of consoles is exclusivity, and that's what your focus should have been from the beginning. Exclusivity. Same thing with the Xbox. Exclusivity. Right? It's nice to have a Game Pass. That's pretty cool. Day one releases. Nothing wrong with that. It's a good option to have. If you don't want to pay for a game, you want to just, play it through a monthly subscription. That's pretty cool. But your focus always needs to be, why am I buying this console? Why am I paying $800? Why am I paying $900? Right? And if you can justify why you're paying $900 for PS5 Pro, and if you can justify why you're paying $800 for Xbox Series X, then that's a problem. Back in the old days, I could easily justify Sega Genesis. I could easily justify Nintendo 64. I could easily justify Sega Dreamcast with the NFL 2K and NBA 2K. I could easily justify paying for it, right? Crazy Taxi, Code Veronica, Resident Evil, Shenmue 1 and 2. I could easily justify Dreamcast, paying for Dreamcast console. Same thing with the original PlayStation 2. You could easily justify, paying for those consoles. But now it's different. Things have changed. Right now it's difficult to justify, honestly, if you really think about it, this holiday season, I don't know, man. How are, well, this is something that, and I'm sorry that I'm kind of going off the subject because this has been on my mind ever since I watched the Strauss Zelnick CNBC interview. There's been some very interesting questions. For those of you who don't know who Strauss is, Zelnick, he's the CEO of Take-Two Interactive, which also has the under their umbrella they have Rockstar Games, right? And of course GTA franchise, and it's pretty big. GTA 6 coming out. So he actually talked about this, and he said, if you look at like today's market, it's pretty expensive to build the PC, to buy a GPU, to buy a CPU, and all the other components that comes in with a PC, right? Thermal take cooling, liquid cooling, memory, RAM, etc., power supply, monitors, everything else, right? All of that stuff adds up. Mouse, keyboard, right? SSD, solid state drive. You're looking at like $5,000, $6,000, man. Like a really good PC, like a high-end, super high-end PC. You're looking easily $6,000, easily 6,000. Now, there's people who have money who can afford that, and they can build $6,000 PC. But we're talking about a minority, all right? So yes, there's rich people, there's wealthy people, but that's not like a majority, dude. Okay, yeah, there's a lot of rich people in this country, okay, but that's a minority. It's not a majority. Majority are not elites. They're not super wealthy, super rich, okay? And that's where you make your money, is from majority of middle class, right? It's not from the elite super rich. It's from middle class. So what Zelnick was saying, what Strauss Zelnick was saying, look how expensive it is to build the PC. Look how expensive it is to buy a console. I mean, we're talking console now close to $1,000, like $900 plus tax, right? PS5 Pro, $900 plus tax. Depending where you live, you might be looking over $1,000. Like US Canadian, you're looking like over $1,000. Australia, you're easily looking around roughly $1,100, maybe $1,200. Ridiculous. And that's not to mention, doesn't include the physical media, all right? Not even a stand, okay? All right. That's ridiculous amount of money you have to pay for a mid-gen console. That's just crazy. But even crazier, even more crazier is Xbox Series X, $800 plus tax. Think about that. For a 6 years old console, you have to pay $800. That's insane, right? So what Strauss Zelnick was saying, basically, he was indicating that I'm not like ruling out possibility of having GTA 6 on a Netflix cloud. I'm not ruling that out. He didn't say it like, oh, like we're going to put GTA 6 on Netflix. He didn't say that. He was simply saying, I'm not ruling it out. I'm open for the cloud gaming. And you have to remember, Rockstar has already done cloud gaming in the past. Look at Google Stadia. What was the very first game that came out on Google Stadia? You guys forget this. Red Dead Redemption 2. And we're talking 2019. Red Dead Redemption 2 was released on 2018, October, right? October 2018. And Google Stadia was released in November. It was November, right? Of 2019, November 2019. So Red Dead Redemption, was only 1 year old. It was only 1 year old. Okay, it was still a fresh, brand new game after 1 year. And guess what? It was on Google Stadia. Red Dead Redemption 2 was on Google Stadia. So Rockstar, it's no stranger to putting their games on the cloud. So what I'm trying to say is, and what Zelnick, what Strauss Zelnick was indicating about this Netflix partnership is that there's more to this extended look on Netflix than just a one-time deal. I think what Zelnick was indicating, this is not going to be just a one-time deal with Netflix where we're going to showcase 20 minutes of gameplay footage for the GTA 6. I think what Zelnick was indicating, that this is going to be a more than just a one-time thing partnership, that you could possibly see GTA 6 next year on Netflix. And why? You're probably going to ask yourself, well, why would you want to put GTA 6 on the Netflix to play it on a cloud? Well, think about it. Strauss Zelnick just talked about how expensive it is to buy a PC. Strauss Zelnick just talked about how expensive it is to buy a console. And he understands that currently both of these two brands, Xbox and PlayStations, are the only two brands that you can play GTA 6, right? So if you want to play GTA 6, you need to have either Xbox or PlayStation this holiday season. Go watch the interview. Don't listen. I'm just analyzing what Strauss Zelnick talked about on the CNBC, okay? You guys are more than welcome to watch that interview, okay? I'm just kind of analyzing and dissecting on what he said. And he was kind of talking in innuendo, but at the same time, I was able to dissect and decode exactly what he was indicating through this innuendo that he was talking. Because he wasn't giving like a straight answers, but what he was implying was basically, he was hinting like, hey, guess what? This is not just a one-time deal with Netflix. We have a great partnership with Netflix. That's number one. Number two, this holiday season, you have to buy either Xbox Series X or PlayStation 5. And they're both very expensive. Now, PS5 Pro is going to be the best experience, right? So, well, you want to have the best experience, you will have to spend $1,000. You'll have to spend $1,000. Well, $900 plus tax, plus a $100 for an Ultimate Edition copy of a game. Well, you're looking at what? Over $1,000, right? You're looking at like, yeah, over $1,000, bro. Over $1,000, close to $1,100, close to $1,100, bro. So $1,100 after the tax, right? $100 for a game plus tax, $900 plus tax for the console PS5 Pro. So you're looking at like $1,100 easily for both PS5 Pro and the Ultimate Edition GTA 6. That's $1,100. Now think about that. $1,100. Just to play the game. Christmas. It doesn't really feel like a Christmas, does it? Oh, I have to spend $1,100 just to play GTA 6. Or I have to spend $800 plus $900 plus $90 for the ultimate, $100 for the Ultimate Edition. So that's $900 plus tax. Think about it. Even Xbox Series X, you're looking at $900 plus tax, $800 plus tax. That's $856 plus $100 for a video game. You're already at like $976, right? You're already at the $1,000. So you have to spend $1,000 just to play the game. So what Zelnick was indicating was not everyone will be able to purchase these consoles and play GTA 6. But he's also looking at it from perspective of like, why not put our game on the Netflix and reach even more people? Why just limit ourselves to these super expensive consoles and these super expensive PCs that no one can buy anymore? No one can build anymore because they're so freaking expensive. Just solid state drive, dude. SSD is like $300, bro, for a lousy 2 terabytes. 2 terabyte SSD is $300. That's insane. And 1 terabyte is $200. And we're just talking solid state drive. We're not even talking about the motherboard, these NVIDIA super expensive GPUs. Even AMD is expensive now. CPUs super expensive, right? So this is what he was implying. He was implying the fact that we'll have to think about the cloud. And why would we want to just limit ourselves to consoles and a PC? Why not expand and make this game accessible to everyone? Why just limit this to console guys, to console users? Why not give this opportunity to everyone to experience this masterpiece that we have put $2 billion on? We spent $2 billion on this masterpiece. Why not give people access to this game through Netflix? It's only $30 a month. Hey, you know what? You can use any controller you want to use, through your television, Bluetooth, or whatever. You might have to like go through your Netflix settings, whatever. Netflix for gaming, whatever the case might be. Scan here, scan there, whatever. Register your controller. Hey, listen, all I'm saying is I'm not a like Nostradamus. I'm not saying that that's going to happen. I'm not saying that GTA 6 will show up on a Netflix. I'm simply saying what the man was saying. And he's the CEO of Take-Two Interactive, okay? He's the CEO of Take-Two Interactive, and he says that we have a great partnership with Netflix. This is not just like a one-time deal or a one-time thing, where we just do this one promotion and that's that. No, no, no. Their partnership goes much deeper than that. But he was also indicating the great partnership with Netflix, but at the same time also indicating, look at how expensive these consoles are this holiday season. Look how expensive these PCs are this holiday season, right? How many people can afford, right? Okay, so why not put our game on the Netflix service, streaming service, and have the game run from a data center? He didn't say that, okay? But the way he was indicating the answer, the way he answered the question, he was indicating the trust with that he has with Netflix, a good business trust, partnership trust with Netflix, and this exclusive deal with GTA 6 extended look, and him saying this is not just a one-time deal that we have with the Netflix. This goes deeper than that. It's almost like he's indicating, hey, don't be surprised if we put our game on the Netflix. Not this year. First, they want to make money off of consoles, right? Once they make gigatrillions of dollars this holiday season from both of these consoles, PlayStation and Xbox version, guess what they're doing next? Guess what they're doing next? Netflix and PC. Well, you can't build a PC, it's too expensive. That's okay. You can't buy a console, too expensive. That's okay. We have it right here on Netflix for $30 a month. You want to play it? You can't afford PlayStation 6 and this new Xbox Project Helix. It's too expensive. That's okay. You don't have to buy these consoles. Just subscribe to Netflix. It's only $30 a month. Did you guys play Unhinged on Netflix? Did you see how cool that looks? It looks like a PS5 Pro version of the game. It looks like a PC version, man. Because it is a PC version running on a data center, and it looks amazing. It looks like a Resident Evil, bro. Troy Baker is in it. And Zoe Kravitz is in it as well. Great game, dude. Have you guys played it? Right? So look what Netflix is doing with the Unhinged. So you're trying to tell me that Netflix, which is the biggest data center streaming service of all time, they started a whole streaming thing, man. They're like the gods of streaming. They're the gods of data center. Who better than Netflix to bring you that quality, that low latency quality than Netflix to play GTA 6? Look, you guys can go watch CNBC, Strauss Zelnick interview and go watch the video. And I'm sure you will come to the same conclusion as I did, that there's a good possibility that we might see Grand Theft Auto 6 next year. Not this year. I'm not saying, ooh, come November 19th comes to Netflix. No, no, no. I'm talking about next year. Okay? So I could be wrong. Maybe I'm reading it wrong. It's not the first time that, I made wrong predictions. I'm not a Nostradamus. Okay? I'm not a time traveler. I don't know uh, the way this whole deal with Netflix is going to play out. But according to what I have listened to that interview with Strauss Zelnick and what he was saying, he was indicating through his innuendo of answers, because he was kind of dancing around and using innuendo. It wasn't like giving you a straight answer, but he was kind of giving some innuendos here and there. He was basically saying, we have a great partnership with Netflix, and it goes much deeper than that, and this is not just a one-time deal with Netflix. And then he started indicating super expensive consoles, super expensive PCs, Netflix, super expensive consoles, super expensive PCs, Netflix, exclusive look deal. What does that indicate to you? It indicates a strong trust business partnership with Netflix. And don't be surprised if GTA 6 shows up on Netflix. Netflix for gaming. Now, is Netflix going to raise the price if GTA 6 comes on Netflix? I'm sure they will. You might be looking at, like, I don't know, $40 a month if you want to have Netflix for gaming premium. I'm sure they're going to have like a Netflix for gaming premium. So you're looking probably like $39 a month. Right? But even at $39 a month, you still get to like play the game for 1 month and then, cancel the service, come back again, restart the service, and then play some more, right? But at least you're not going to spend thousands of dollars as you would with building a PC, buying these super expensive consoles like PlayStation 6 and Xbox Project Helix. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm reading this wrong. And there's, of course, 100% I'm probably wrong, okay, because I don't have a crystal ball. Or maybe I'm not going to be wrong. Maybe I'm right. The time will tell, right? And this is nothing to do with like, oh, I want to be right. This is nothing to do with that. I could be wrong. There's been many times where I put a foot in my mouth and I made wrong predictions, where I predicted it wrong. There's some things I predicted right, but there's also things I predicted wrong. This is not about that. This is about what I honestly believe, what he's saying on that interview. And what he was saying on that interview, it indicates, through his innuendo, it indicates that we might see GTA 6 on Netflix for gaming premium. Netflix might even have their own controller, dude. Right? Where you might have to purchase a controller. Or like, something that's similar to like Amazon Luna or Google Stadia controller, right? That's connected to Wi-Fi, and so they can control, that controller to make sure that it's you. playing it. So they might have a controller you might have to pay for. I don't know. I'm just saying, keep an eye, dude, on uh, Netflix and GTA 6 next year. Keep an eye on it. Because maybe I'm wrong. And there's a good indication that I'm wrong, that I'm reading this wrong. I'm saying this for the record. There's a good possibility that I'm wrong about this. I could be wrong. But I don't think, based on what I was hearing from him, it all indicates that we might see GTA 6 next year running on Netflix for gaming on some sort of a premium account, right? You will have to sign up for the premium account, Netflix for gaming, and that's how you're going to play GTA 6. Guys, things are changing so quickly. And remember, one thing I did predict was that cloud gaming will take over in 2030, by 2030 and 2031. Remember, I kept saying that 2030 and 2031. And the way things are looking right now, the consoles are losing value, right? No one's even thinking about the consoles anymore. They're losing the value, right? And I also said PlayStation 6 will be the last PlayStation. I honestly believe PlayStation 6 will be it. I don't think we'll see a PlayStation 7. And a lot of people say to me, how could you say that, Mr. 4K? How could you be so confident that there won't be a PlayStation 7? Because by 2035, or let's say 2037, by 2037, the data centers powered by AI, the cloud service, data centers, internet speed is going to be so good by 2037 that honestly, simply there won't be any reason to bother with a console. They're already removing disk. That's a first step. Think about that. They are already removing disks. What does that indicate? Oh, they're removing disks. That's a first step. What's the second step? Cloud. So if you're willing to remove the disk and you want everything to be either digital or cloud, well, then you don't need a console. Remember, they don't want to spend money to build these consoles. It costs them money, dude. It's cheaper for them to lease a data center from some company out there and pay them some monthly fee, whatever, versus them building factories and building these consoles. That's why I'm saying PlayStation 6, as I was predicting it, could be the last of the Mohicans, like the last console. And everything indicates that everything is going towards cloud. A look at PlayStation Portal. That's a great example. I was talking about the PlayStation Portal yesterday. You can already play all of your games on PlayStation Portal. You don't even need a PS5. Yes, you can purchase on a PlayStation Store all of these new games and you can play them on your PlayStation Portal. That's right. What do you think that's all about? Cloud, PlayStation Premium, cloud data center, cloud PlayStation Portal, removing the disc from the PlayStation 5. Even the PS5 Pro 2 years ago was without a disk drive. Why do you think that is? All of this, guys, it's an indicator that indicates the trajectory or where it's going. And that's what I was studying and researching and looking at. And I came to the conclusion that this will be it. There will be the last PlayStation 6 console. There won't be a PlayStation 7 because they don't need to make PlayStation 7. And why would they want to make a PlayStation 7? By 2037, the cloud data center will be so sophisticated, internet speed will be lightning fast, speed of light, sophisticated. Simply, there won't be any reason for a console. Guys, you can't live in a status quo. Listen, I miss walking into a Blockbuster video store, checking the shelves to see which movies are available, right? Renting the movie, right? Walking around the Blockbuster video store. Let me grab some popcorn. Let me grab some, Coca-Cola, right? And popcorn. Go watch a movie, right? I miss the good old days, dude. I'm 47, man. I'm old. Look at this. I'm an old guy, all right? I'm an old guy. But someone who's old like me, who's a dinosaur like me, I'm telling you, no one misses the good old days more than me. I miss the good old days. But at the same time, I can live in a reality, in a realistic reality of facts, and look at things and accept things for what they are, not for what I wanted them to be. Okay? So I'm accepting it for what it is. Am I happy about the fact that there won't be any more physical media? No. Am I happy about the fact that majority of these games are going to cloud? Why they're going to cloud? Because it's easier for them to control your games, and it's easier for them to save money by putting all of their games on data centers. And they don't care if you like it or don't like it. Okay? No one asked me if I was okay with Blockbuster Video Store or Hollywood Video Store closing down. I used to work at the Blockbuster Video Store for many years. And I never imagined that a small company back then, Netflix, would start this whole streaming service. And this streaming service, look what Netflix was able to achieve, dude. Just think about that. A small company, Netflix, jump-started this evolution of streaming, and they were able to close down two big franchises, Blockbuster Video Store and Hollywood Video Store. Those are huge two franchises, okay? And they were able to close them down. And here comes a new franchise called Netflix. And look at Netflix now, man. They're behemoths. They're making these giant movies of $150 million, $250 million. Like the cheapest movie they made was like $70 million or something like that, which I think it was like Apex or something. So things change, guys. Guys and gals, boys and girls, he, she, who, she, whoever, whatever you identify yourself, non-binary, binary, understand this. Things change. Things evolve. And we all have to accept the fact that the gaming is evolving in a different direction. And we'll have to accept that. And you'll have to ask yourself, do you want a game or do you not want a game? Right? We just have to accept that fact that we're living in a future. Things are changing. Evolution doesn't care how you feel. Are you okay with this? Are you not okay with this? Do you agree with this or don't agree with this? Nobody asked me if I was okay with Blockbuster Video Store closing down. No one sent me an email. No one sent me a letter asking me, are you okay with this? Do you approve of this? No. So, listen, guys and gals, boys and girls, everyone in between, listen. Times are changing. Technology is changing. Everything's moving rapidly, super fast. Everything's advancing very, very fast. You guys can't live in this status quo limbo thinking that things will always stay the same. That's just ridiculous to even think like that. That there's always going to be consoles and they're always going to be here. That's it. No, they're not going to be always be here. Okay, they're going to fade away. Okay, just like everything else in life, it fades away, it goes like the dust in the wind. Okay, but we have to accept that fact. That that's the way it's going to be. It doesn't matter how you feel about it. Okay, the corporations and the businesses and stock market doesn't really care about your feelings. Doesn't care how you feel. It will move on and it will evolve the way it's going to evolve, whether you like it or don't like it. That's just the evolution of technology, and I think that's what Strauss Zelnick was indicating, because I did watch that CNBC interview. And I think that's exactly what Strauss Zelnick was indicating, and I strongly believe that's the case. He's making the case where he's indicating that this is where it's going. This is the new future of gaming. And it's going to be cloud. I know it sucks. Listen, I'm not happy about it either, but guys, yes, you will own nothing and you will be happy. And you will accept it. Listen, I know you heard that phrase, but here's an interesting thing. That's exactly what's going to happen. You will own nothing, and you will accept it, and you will be happy, okay? And that's exactly the way it's going to be. You will own nothing, you will accept it, and you will be happy.
Frontier Station.
I'm not really attached to the material stuff. I never understood. I think, honestly, it's not healthy. Can I be honest? It's not healthy for your mind, for your mental state. It's not healthy. You are not your things, bro. Remember Fight Club? You guys seen the Fight Club movie? Remember that scene? Brad Pitt and Ed Norton, they're sitting in that bar, and his penthouse just caught a fire and burned out, right? And he, is all like depressed about it. All that furniture, Ed Norton's character, right? Man, all that furniture, man. I spent so much money on that furniture, man. I collected all that furniture. He had like obsessive compulsive disorder collecting furniture. Like he loves furniture, right? All this fancy furniture. And finally caught a fire and everything burned out in his penthouse. And then they're sitting there, and Tyler Durden, which is Ed Norton's imaginary friend, Tyler Durden, played by Brad Pitt. And Tyler Durden says, "Yep, all that furniture is gone now." And then he looks at Ed Norton and he says to him, "Hey, look, the things you own end up owning you." I've seen that movie in 1999, and that still echoes in my mind, dude. The things you own end up owning you. Bro, just that one line in that movie was like good enough for me to realize, man, talk about like speaking the truth, you know.
We're all going to be late.
And it's true, and that's where we are right now. People are so materialistic these days. It's all about material. Look at me, look at my house, look at where I live, look at my cars, look, 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 just look, just look. No, no, look, look. Look at this big bourgeois, fake ass house I'm living in, you know. You know, people are so consumed by materialism, and they're brainwashed by these little devices called a cell phone. They're hypnotized by TikTok, social media. And none of this is by accident, guys. Listen, I already talked to you about like some of my friends who are Freemasons, and they told me none of this is by accident. This architect of design of the system that we're in, none of this is by accident. But that's as much as I'm going to tell you. And that's as much as they were going to tell me. None of this is by accident, okay? Just remember, everything has a reason. Nothing just happens for no reason. There's a reason for everything. Everything that you see, everything that you repeat, everything that you hear and see, there's a reason for it, okay? So, the point I'm trying to make, you have a choice in life. You have a choice. You don't need to buy everything. You don't need to buy a new cell phone every year. You don't need to buy a new TV every year. Okay? You don't need to buy a new car every 3 years, right? Oh, I want to exchange this car for this other newer model. Why? What's wrong with the one you have? Well, you know, this one's just, you know, it's a little bit faster. Where are you going to drive it faster? Listen, guys, it's sad, like, to see how people have become so materialistic, consumed by materialism, consumed by things, needful things. Speaking of needful things, Stephen King wrote a book about the demon who came into a town that was manipulating people because they have needful things. They need things. And he said, I will give you those needful things if you sell your soul to me. So sell your soul to me and I will give you those needful things that you so much desire. Meaning you sell your soul to the devil. So it's kind of the same thing here. You're kind of selling yourself cheap because you are being owned by materialism. You're being owned. You're not living a life, bro. I don't care about like my material stuff that I have. I really don't care. I don't lose any sleep over it. I don't look at my PS5 Pro. Is it okay? Is there a scratch on there? I don't care. You know. You know, I was going to make a separate video to talk about this. I was going to call it a coffee vlog. Coffee vlog has returned. Honestly, I was thinking about making a video calling it Coffee Vlog Has Returned. And I wanted to talk about this. And, but I figured, let me talk about it now. Because I see it every day, dude. How people are consumed by material things. I want this, I want that. Sadly, the program is way too strong. The desire is way too strong for majority of people, and they can't help themselves. They need to have those needful things. But remember, those needful things will not make you happy. They might give you a little dopamine, a little bit of a dopamine effect. It's like getting high, right? But once it wears off, right? It's like getting high. When you get high, it's only good when you're feeling that high and that dopamine effect, right? But once it wears off, you're like, right? When you purchase a new car, right? At first, it's like, wow, the dopamine effect. You're all excited. Wow, right? And then after a while, it's like, it wears off. It's not healthy for you. You know, my father, may he rest in peace, he always said to me, don't let the things dictate you. Don't let the things own you. And he said this to me way before Fight Club movie. That's the interesting part. When I was younger, he says, don't ever let material stuff like dictate to you how you live your life. Remember, you are not material stuff. You're not your house. You're not your, your car. You're not your bank account. You are you. You are you. You are a spirit. You're a soul. And that's who you are. Everything else is just an experience. All the material shit is just an experience. It doesn't define you who you are as a person. It will never define you as to who you are as a person. Who you are as a person is spirit. Your characteristics as a spirit, who you are, is who you are. And I see a lot of people, unfortunately, they end up, falling for that same trickery, that same old trickery of deception and manipulation, almost like a lust, desire and lust, desiring for, I don't know, a new car or a big TV. And that's not who you are, man. You're not your big TV. You're not, your your PlayStation 5 Pro. You're not your super expensive high-end PC. Because when I was younger, I used to think like that. And then my father told me, don't let the material stuff get to you. May he rest in peace. My father was a very smart man. One of the smartest people I have ever known was my father. May he rest in peace. Very intelligent, smart. And everything he said was true. Now I'm like living it. Everything he told me is true. Came true. But when I was younger, I was stupid. I was like, I wasn't, I thought I was like, top of the world, whatever. But now I realize a lot of things. Now that I'm older, now that I'm much older and wiser, I have learned so much. And that's why I'm telling you a lot of this stuff. Hoping that, this will help you. For those of you who need to hear it. Okay, I don't make, these live streams for everyone. It's okay. Maybe you don't like to hear this stuff. Maybe you don't want to hear what I have to say, and that's okay too. You don't have to watch me. You can skip. But I'm not making just my videos and live streams for like dozens of people. I make my videos for a variety of different people. Even when I was at the Meta Horizon World, even though I was playing a character, John Wick Returns, I was still, there to help people. Even though I was in a character, playing a character, but I was still willing to spend some time, like, to help people. Dude, I would, like, spend, like, 5 hours, 6 hours talking to people, and they would come to me and say, man, I'm not feeling good, man. Man, I'm dealing with so much shit, man. John Wick, man, can you help me, John Wick? What can you tell me? Tell me something, John Wick. And, I would help people. I would have told them what they needed to hear, right? And even to this day, some of them would email me and tell me, dude, thank you so much. Thank you so much, man. You really helped me. And dude, to me, that's the greatest lottery ticket, you know.
Emberville Industrial Park.
If I can help people, to me, that's the greatest lottery ticket. And I know some of you will say, but then why do you have goals? Why do you need to reach 60,000 subscribers? Well, that's my goal. I have goals like everybody and like everyone else, you know. It doesn't mean that doesn't mean I'm an asshole. And I know some of you will probably think, but maybe you're an asshole. Well, how am I an asshole? How can I be an asshole? Well, listen, that's okay. If you guys, listen, you're entitled to think whatever you want to think about me. That is your business. You can think about me whatever you want to think about me. You can call me an asshole. You can say I'm this, I'm that. That is your right to have that opinion, okay? But just understand this. That's just your opinion. It's not a fact. And I'm not doing this to like justify myself to everyone else. I don't need to justify myself to anyone. The God knows who I am. The universe knows who I am. And that's all that matters to me. Okay? Therefore, I don't need to justify myself to strangers or to the entire world, right? The God knows who I am. The universe knows who I am. And that's all that matters to me. But people can have their opinions about me. That is your God-given right. You can think whatever you want to think. I have goals. Listen, I have goals. I have rules. Again, that's my choice. I want to reach a certain goal. And I have goals, and I want to reach those goals. But I know that I will never reach those goals if I don't make it a little bit harder for you guys. I know the only way I can reach a goal is if I put you guys through a test to see how badly do you want to talk to me? How badly do you want to interact with me? And again, that's up to you guys. That's the test. The ball's in your court. It's not in my court. How badly do you want to talk to me? How badly do you want to interact with me? Well, we have to reach those goals. Because that will show me that you are genuine. I don't care about the money. I'm okay financially. Don't worry about me. I don't need to do this, okay? I don't give a shit about the money. Money comes and goes, all right? I don't care about, celebrity status. I don't need that. I like my privacy. I don't need celebrity status. I don't need millions of followers. I don't need millions of people watching me, okay? The reason I'm setting these goals like this is because I want to see if you guys are genuine. If you are worthy of my time. If you guys are genuine or you guys are just a bunch of trolls who want to screw around and waste my time on a small talk and screwing around. I'm not interested in small talk. I'm not interested in screwing around. I'm too old for that shit. Okay, I'm not a teenager. I'm a grown-ass, old-ass man. Okay? So that's why I'm doing this. I don't care about that 60,000. It's not about that number. I don't care. I'm not trying to be a celebrity, okay? I don't want to be a celebrity, okay? It's about to see how many of you are genuine. How many of you truly care? How many of you truly are genuine about what I'm doing here and my channel? It's a test. It's a test. Okay? That's what this is. It's a test to see how genuine are you guys. I want genuine fan base. I want my channel to have genuine people who truly care about what I do. I'm not interested in fly-by-nights. You heard that term, fly-by-nights. I don't care for fly-by-nights. Fly-by-nights here and there, here and there, here and there. I don't want that. I want to see how many genuine subscribers can I get that truly care. And this is the test. If you truly care and you truly want my channel to succeed, to become this cool place to hang out, to relax, to have a good time, then you have to show it to me that you are genuine about it, that you truly care. How do you show that you care? Well, you bring those numbers, 60,000 subscribers. Then I know that you guys do care and you do want to talk to me and you are genuine and you really want to see this channel grow. I'm not looking for clowns. I'm not looking for fly-by-nights. I'm not looking for, manipulative individuals. I'm looking for genuine individuals. And if those genuine individuals don't exist, and if I don't ever get to 60,000, then I'll know my answer. That there are no genuine individuals. They all just want to screw around. They don't really care what I have to say. So why should I care about giving you guys my effort and my time to interact with you if you don't respect my time to interact with me and to appreciate what I'm doing here and what I've been doing here for nearly 13 years? That's a real talk. That's what this is about. I don't give a shit about the money. I get paid regardless. Financially, I'm all set. Okay? I don't care. Nor do I care about the 60,000 subscribers. Nor am I looking to become a celebrity. Okay? I'm not looking to be a famous. I don't want to be in the spotlight. I don't give a shit about the spotlight. Okay? I don't want to be a Mr. Hollywood. All right? Okay? I'm not looking to be a Mr. Hollywood or Mr. Celebrity. I'm just trying to see, can I really have a genuine community? Is there such thing as a genuine community these days? Does such thing even exist these days? Or it doesn't exist? And I'm afraid that, and I don't want to say it, but I'm afraid that we're living in the times where there's no such thing as genuine community. Everyone is just looking to screw each other, to use each other. Everything's transactional. Everything's just based on a transaction. Everything's based on manipulation, interest, manipulation, interest, manipulation. And I'm not interested in that. I'm not interested in wasting time on people who just want to use me for whatever reasons, right? Whenever it's convenience for them, right? I don't want to be nobody's toy. And one of the reasons why I left Meta Horizon World, because I felt people didn't appreciate this character, John Wick Returns. And all the effort that I put into it for 2 years, they didn't appreciate him. All right. And I was like, well, if people don't appreciate me, then why should I be there for them? So same thing here. If people don't appreciate me here, then you don't need to be able to talk to me. You're just going to watch me and listen to me instead of just interacting with me and wasting my time with a small talk, patronizing me and blah, 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 you know. So I'm just being genuine. I'm probably the most honest, genuine YouTubers you will ever know on this platform. Everyone else always have something to hide. Everyone else wants to bullshit you and patronize you, right? And behind all of that, you know that they're only looking for one thing: to make money, right? All of these other YouTubers, they're just focused on one thing: making money. That's all they care about. For them, time is the money. Time is the money. I'm not like that. I was never built like that. And thank God that I never turned out to be like that. Money comes and goes. I don't give a shit about the money. Comes and goes. Okay? I really don't care about the money. It comes and goes. With everything that I've been through, which is a lot, I'll do just fine. Even after the apocalypse, even after the Last of Us scenario, apocalypse, zombie apocalypse, I'll still survive. I'll still do fine because I've been through so much in my life that I could live in the desert. I'll be fine. I'll find the water. Don't worry. I could live in the forest. I'll survive. Don't worry. I could be anywhere on this planet. I'll survive. Don't worry. Because other people are dependent on blankets of some sort of financial security. And that's what it's about. Everyone's dependent on a financial security of like a blanket of comfort zone. Everyone needs that blanket of comfort zone. I don't need a blanket of comfort zone. I was raised and born in a hell during the war, during that war in Bosnia. I've been through so much hell, dude, that you guys will never ever understand. It's impossible for you to understand. The things that I have seen at early age, the stuff that I've experienced at early age, the shit that I've been through. There's really nothing that you can like shock me with. Nothing that you can intimidate me with. Nothing. People say, "How come you're not afraid?" I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of anything because there's nothing out there that can scare me. There's nothing out there that can intimidate me because I've been through it all. And when you've been through it all, trust me, nothing can bring me down. Because you guys are constantly dependent on some sort of a comfort zone. You constantly need a comfort zone. You can't survive without the comfort zone. I don't need a comfort zone. I survive without the comfort zone, without electricity, without water, with a bunch of mortars being dropping on all over my, place where I used to live, and it's gone, doesn't exist anymore. It's been blown to pieces during the war. Then I had to live in the shelters and underground bunkers. No water, no electricity, no food other than lunch pockets that I would get from the military. These lunch pockets, I used to eat them all the time, cans and lunch pockets. Guys, and I did that shit at a very early age. Okay? So I don't give a shit about the money. I don't care about the fame. I don't need a fucking fame. I don't need anyone on my fucking life. I don't need anyone. I don't need a girlfriend. I don't need a woman. I don't need nothing. Okay? Because I appreciate my peace and my zen. Okay? My peace and my zen, it's worth more than gigatrillions of dollars. Even if you offer me gigatrillions of dollars, I will not sell you my zen and my peace to nobody. So this is why I'm doing what I'm doing here, okay? I don't waste my time on fake individuals. I don't waste my time on people who are trying to patronize me. Just understand this. I read you. You can't bullshit me. You can't talk to me without me not knowing who you are, what you are. I already know. When you start typing on that keyboard, I already know who you are. I know what you're all about. I know what your intent is about. I know when you're lying, when you're being fake, when you're patronizing. And I don't like wasting time talking to people like that who are wasting my time patronizing me and bullshitting me with their fake personas and their fake act. Same thing with women, their fake persona, fake act, blah, blah, blah. This is why I am who I am. And why I am who I am like this. Because if you've been through what I've been through in 47 years, you would realize that too. But again, a lot of you guys are dependent on the financial blanket. You constantly need that blanket of financial security because you never experienced suffering. You never experienced what it's like not to have anything. You never experienced hell or been through hell. So you always need that financial blanket of security. You always need that financial blanket. And you always need material stuff. You always need to show off. You know, people always need to show off. Hey, look at me. Look at my muscles. Look at me. Look at me. I don't give a shit about that. I don't care how I look. I know who I am. I know what I am. I don't need to like prove nothing to no one. While you guys constantly have to prove, constantly. You're living in this world where you constantly want to prove something and nobody gives a shit what you have to prove. That's another sad part about a lot of you. You're constantly trying to prove something and nobody gives a shit about what you're trying to prove. Nobody cares about what you have. Nobody cares about what you're driving. Nobody cares about how buffed up you look. Nobody cares. Okay? Listen, I could sit here all night long and I could teach you guys all sorts of different lessons. Okay, hopefully you learn something from this. Again, I don't care about that 60,000 subscribers number. The reason I'm setting the goal is because I want to see if I can create a genuine community of like-minded people who don't have any egos, who are not trying to, flex their muscles in front of me and flex their egos in front of me. I'm not interested in that. Okay. I'm allergic to that. Okay. Nor do I even like that. So I'm not interested in that. I'm not interested in people bragging about themselves, blah, 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 blah. Look at me. No. So I'm looking for genuine individuals. And, well, we'll find out by the end of this year if we can reach 60,000 subscribers. I guess if we don't reach 60,000 subscribers, then I'll know my answer. I'll know that people don't give a shit. They're not genuine. They just want to fuck around. They just want to screw around. And that's that. Okay? There are no genuine individuals. Maybe there is, but that's like a needle in a haystack. That's like a very difficult thing to find nowadays, like a needle in a haystack if you're going to find someone who's genuine. Everyone's trying to screw you over. No one's being frank with you. No one's being straight up with you. I'm probably the only YouTuber on this planet that's talking to you like this. No one's going to talk to you like this. Go find it. Go look around. Go. Right after this live stream, go find if there's someone like me who's going to tell you what I'm telling you. You ain't going to find it. You're not going to find it. What you are going to find is a bunch of con artists, bullshit artists, feeding you a lot of nonsense, and you're going to buy right into it, and you're going to accept it because you're easy to manipulate, right? Look at all these clowns following Andrew Tate as if he's some sort of a demigod. That tells you everything you need to know. Yeah. If you have to follow somebody like Andrew Tate, what does it say about you as a person? You need someone else to tell you how to wipe your ass. You need someone else to tell you how to take a piss. That means you can't think for yourself. That means you can't function without worshiping someone else, without idolizing someone else. Don't worship me. Don't idolize no one. I said this millions of times to people. Why are you worshiping people? Don't worship people. I don't worship no human. I don't worship no human, and I will never worship any human. The only thing that I respect is the architect of universe. Call it God. I respect the universe because it created me, and I respect that. I don't have to necessarily worship it, but I respect it. And it respects me if I follow in a straight line without being a bad person. As long as I'm walking that straight line and I'm not doing anything crazy or stupid that would make me look bad, that would be against the universe law, the it universe respects me as well because I'm walking that straight line. That was the whole message that Jesus was trying to tell you. I don't care what your religion is. Some people call him prophet. Some people call him son of God, depending which religion you are. It doesn't matter. The point being is his message was very clear from the architect. His message was walk the straight line. Right? Walk the straight line. You know the difference between right and wrong. You know it because it's in part of your DNA. It's part of who you are as this being, spiritual being. You know the difference between right and wrong. And you know what the laws of the universe are. So you choose the wrong thing, that's on you. And whatever comes to you that's bad, it comes from the universe because you did the wrong things. And now you're going to pay the price. You know, that's the only thing that I'm afraid of. I always try to live my life in a straight line, and I always do. And I always will till the day I die, because that's the important thing, to be a better person. People ask me, well, what's the whole point of this whole thing with, Freemasonry? I'll give you a little tip. What I was told. And people can interpret Freemasonry any which way they want to interpret it. Okay. I don't agree with everything that they do, of course, but there's certain things that they do right. And the one thing that they do right is they're trying to make a good man a better man. Because a good man can be manipulated. A good man can be manipulated into doing evil things. A good man can be tainted. A good man can be molded, can be manipulated, okay? Can be morphed into so many different things. And it can be used. A better man, it's already well-established better man that understands the major difference between what's morally right and what's morally wrong. You guys understand what I'm saying? A better man understands what's morally right and what's morally wrong. A good man can be tainted, can be manipulated. A good man is fragile. A good man is easy to manipulate. A good man is vulnerable. A good man is vulnerable. You are vulnerable. When you are a good man, people say, oh, I'm a good man. You're vulnerable. You have vulnerability because you're naked. You're vulnerable. You have desires. You have things that you want to do that you haven't done before. And you can be easily manipulated and molded and used. And then slowly turn into this other thing. Whether it's good or evil, most likely evil, doing some crazy shit that you would never thought about doing. So the whole idea of becoming a Freemason is to be a better man. Can you be a better man? Or are you just going to be a good man that's easily manipulated and that's easily vulnerable? Same goes for the women. Oh, I'm a good woman. Oh yeah, but you're vulnerable. What is your vulnerability? Oh, you have desires. I see. Okay. Well, those desires can take you into some different kinds of places. And we all know where those places are. Right? Greed, control, power, And slowly you turn into the thing that you were always afraid of, and you slowly turn into it. Be a better woman, be a better person. Be a better person. I don't care if you're male or female, be a better person. To become a better person, it's not easy. You don't think I have desires? You don't think, I have a lot of desires, but I know where that leads to. I know where that goes. Being a better man is not an easy thing to do. This is why a lot of people fail, because they fail to be a better person. Because it's so hard, so damn hard. So damn hard to be a better person. But you can be a better person. But that's the true strength of who you are as a person. To be a better person. I don't care about your muscles. I don't care how strong you are. The greatest strength is within your spirit to be a better man. The universe will give you all the strength you need if you can be a better person. And the only thing that the universe is asking you, which is God, architect, they call it architect, you call it God, fine. God, architect of universe, same thing. Creator of all the things. The only thing that the architect of universe is asking you to do is to be a better man. Right? Walk the straight line. Know the difference between morally wrong and morally right. Don't do things that are morally wrong. You know they're morally wrong, but you still do it because you have desires. You have desires, and desires are very strong, right? They're very addictive. Desires are addictive, very addictive things. This is why people get in trouble. But he was a good man. What happened? I know, I can't believe it. But he was a good man. What happened? He got manipulated. She got manipulated. And they've done the unthinkable. How could that happen? But they were good people. They were good persons. But how did they change? What happened? Something manipulated them. Something has drawn them out of that goodness because they were vulnerable. See, being a good person, it's vulnerable. Being a better person, it's well-established person. So that's the whole idea. And I just gave you, I mean, Freemasons will be, pissed at me for telling you this. I'm sure they'll understand, but I'm sure they'll be pissed that I'm telling you this. But the reason I'm telling you this, because I care. Actually, I care about people. I do. And I'm hoping that me saying this will help some of you out there. Because, man, things are so bad. People have really gone to like a never land, the mental health, it's gone through the roof. The greed, the paranoia, bipolar schizophrenia has gone through the roof. Stress and so many things involved. Manipulation, addiction. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. And people don't talk about this because they don't want to talk about it. They just want to brush it off and ignore it. Well, you can't just ignore it. Sometimes you have to talk about it. Because when you ignore it, then it comes to your doorstep. Eventually, it'll show up at your doorstep. You can't just ignore it. We as a society, we have to learn that there's a lot of things that are bad for us. They're not good for us. And they're not meant to be good for us. They're meant to be bad for us. But people say to me, so then what's the solution, Mr. 4K? What is the solution in all of this? The solution is very simple. Control what you can control. Don't try to change the world. This is, again, another mistake. Oh, I want to change the world. No, you're not. You're not going to change it. But what you can do, you can control your life. You can change your life. Because then people will look at you, they will say, Well, wait a minute. He changed his life. How did you do that? I would really like to know. How do you live a life where things don't bother you anymore? What's the secret? Okay, well, I'll tell you. Okay, and then that person starts doing the same thing you're doing, and then this person tells other person, and this other person tells another person, and then everybody starts figuring it out. Wait a minute. We have a choice. We don't have to live like this. So be the manager of your own mind. You don't have to watch this live stream. You don't have to watch the YouTube. You don't have to read the comments. You don't have to reply to every comment. You don't have to watch the news. You don't have to watch negative news. You don't have to read negative shit or listen to negative shit. You don't have to surround yourself by negative people. You always have a choice. You can choose whom you want to be friends with. You can choose where you want to live. You can choose where you want to work. You can choose what's good for you. Be the manager of your own mind. Okay? You always have a choice. Everyone's pretending as if there is no choice. Yes, there is. There's always a choice. You always have a choice. You don't have to be on a TikTok. You don't have to be on a social media. There's a lot of things you don't have to. You don't have to read the newspapers. You don't have to do a lot of things. You always have a choice. So there's a lot of things that are bad for you. But the problem is a lot of you guys are attached to these bad things, the bad influencers. And this bad influence is making you crazy. This bad influence is making you mentally crazy. It changes your mood. It changes your mood. You start hearing voices and shit like that. You get constantly, your brain is processing all of this, and then you dive into psychosis. And then psychosis, which of course is like pretty much similar to schizophrenia. You start hearing voices and you start thinking about all this other shit. And then your mind never stops working. You start thinking about this, and that, and that, this, and that. And it starts driving you crazy. Guys, everything I tell you here, it's based on facts. Everything I just told you here, you can feel it. That's a fact because you know it's a fact. You know it's true. And you know that there's no bullshit here with me. Everything I tell you, it's for your own good. Okay? And no one's paying me to tell you this. I'm not making any money off of this. I'm telling you this because I care. I want to see people do well. I want to see people do good in life. Okay? I want to see a good society. I don't want to see some crazy ass society of mentally ill lunatics running around. That's not good for anyone, right? That's just batshit crazy, man. You're talking about a purge, right? Like that movie Purge. Speaking of Purge, there's a movie coming out called The Dog Star. I think I already mentioned this. Josh Brolin is in it, and the movie is about what happens after when everything breaks down, where the society that we knew, the civilization that we knew, ceased to exist, and it's just a dog eat dog. It's just everyone for themselves, right? And who will survive, right? And who will move on? Usually the ones who are well established as the better man or a better person will move on and will survive because They will surround themselves by the same people who are better persons. And as a society, that's how you thrive. That's why small communities, they thrive. Because, like, if you live in a small town, did you notice everyone in a small town is very happy? Because they all thrive together, right? When you look at a big city, it's like a zombie land, bro. Look at LA, bro. It's like a zombie land. God knows how many homicides they have in LA daily. How many car chases that end up in fatalities. How many murderers and homicides, like, right? It's crazy in that. It's like, it's a crazy land. Try living there. It's like crazy, dude. Right? It's such a crazy place. It's a crazy vibe. You don't want to live there. That's bad for you. But again, that's a desire, right? Oh, because LA is flashy, right? Hollywood, LA, women, all that, right? When you are a young person, that's flashy. And you want, that's again, desire. See, a good man can be manipulated. You've seen a lot of actors who are good actors, good men get manipulated, right? So be a better man, be a better person. That's all I can tell you, you know. At the end of the day, you know, um, try to be the manager of your own mind. Don't just listen to me. Be the manager of your own mind. I am a manager of my own mind, but sometimes I speak my mind like I'm doing right now. I'm telling you something that could maybe help you. You who are watching this, who are probably dealing with something in your life. Not 100%, but 1000% for a fact. I don't even like to use 100%. I like to use 1000% for a fact. I know you're dealing with something, but you're trying to hide it. You're trying to keep it in there, and it's eating you away from the inside. It's giving you panic attacks, anxiety, sleepless nights. Your mind is racing constantly. You can't focus. You can't think. Your heart rate, heartbeats changing constantly because your mind is affecting your heart rhythm. All of that stuff. I know it. Okay. Um, but you guys are dealing with something 1000%. And hiding it is not going to help you. But what's going to help you is if you surround yourself by individuals who are better people, better persons, and they understand how everything works. Once you understand how everything works, it's easier to maneuver through it. You don't know how to manage any of this because you're confused. It's overwhelmingly so massive for you to process all of this. And you're not supposed to process it. You're not born in this world to process all of this or to figure out all of this. What you need to do, you need to understand it. This is how it is. This is the way it is. These are the things that are bad for me. These are the things that are good for me. I will choose the light versus darkness, and I'm going to walk that straight line, and I'm going to be a better person. And I will not anything else outside my perimeter bother me. You have a choice to choose what's good for you, what's bad for you. You always have a choice, right? So make the right choice. And how do you know what's good for you? You're going to feel it. Your heart's not going to lie to you. Your heart's going to tell you this is good for you. Your heart also will tell you this is bad for you. How do you know when things are bad for you? Well, that tightness in your chest, right? Trouble breathing, that's bad for you. Dark energy. You don't need that. Why do you don't need that? So that's bad. Universe is letting you know, okay, well, this is bad, this is good. So focus on the good and isolate yourself from the bad. People who are treating you badly, isolate yourself from them. Don't talk to them. Just ignore them. Don't say nothing to them. And that's that. Surround yourself with people who value your time, who are genuine. And again, this all goes back to what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to find genuine subscribers. Okay, I don't care about money. I don't care about 60,000 subscribers. I'm not trying to be a Mr. Hollywood celebrity. What I care about is, can I have genuine subscribers on this channel who are genuine? You know? And that's the test, to see if I can get to 60,000 subscribers. Because if I can get to 60,000 subscribers, then I know that there's people out there who genuinely really want me to succeed in this channel, to make a cool channel with a like-minded people who are, you know, a better people, better persons. I don't like to use good. I like to use better, a better person, a better individuals. Because when you are good, then you're vulnerable. Remember that. Being good means you're vulnerable. Okay, you can be easily manipulated. Being better is you already are well established. You're better. You know what's going on, what's good for you, what's bad for you. And you know how the world works, and you know how this game's being played. So therefore you're a better person. So that's what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to surround myself on this channel by better people. I'm not interested in fake personas and people wasting my time with small talk. I want to have genuine individuals to follow this channel, you know. And I believe that we could have that. But maybe, maybe, maybe not. But that's up to you guys, you know. And I mean, listen, like I said, I really don't care about, that 60,000 or even 70,000 or 80,000 or 100,000 subscribers. The number doesn't mean anything to me. What means to me is the test, to see, is it possible to have genuine people to support you? Maybe this live stream, after this live stream, maybe you're going to learn something about me and say, maybe I misunderestimated this guy, Mr. 4K. I really don't know him. Well, guess what? You don't know me and you will never know me. But you are entitled to your opinions. But understand this, your thoughts and opinions are just that. They're not facts. So you can think of me whatever you want to think of me. Just understand this. They're not facts. They're just opinions and thoughts, which you are entitled to have. Okay? But it doesn't mean that you are correct. Doesn't mean that you are right. Okay? Your opinion doesn't mean that you are correct. So try to find out with what you're feeling. If what I'm saying to you feels right, then you know what I'm all about. If what I'm saying to you doesn't feel right, then you can interpret that any which way you want. But if what I say to you feels right, then you know I'm right. Okay? But anyway, I don't want to waste your time, guys, with any more of this philosophy of life. I hope you learned something. I really do. I hope that you guys understand where I'm coming from, because I really needed to tell you this, because I don't care about the money. Okay? I really don't. Money comes and goes. Okay? I don't care about the celebrity status. Okay, I don't want to be a celebrity. I don't want to be a Mr. Hollywood. Okay, I don't give a shit about that. It's not about that. To me, it's about if I'm going to have comments turned on. And that's what this is all about. If I'm going to have the comments turned on, if I'm going to have the chat turned on, then it has to be for the right reasons. And the right reason would be, okay, I've reached 60,000 by the end of this year. There are some genuine people out there who truly want me to succeed on what I'm doing here, to create a cool community, and they truly give a shit and they want to be part of this channel and they want to share this channel with other people to let other people know, hey, there's this cool guy, very interesting, cool guy, Mr. 4K, unlike any other YouTuber. Hey, come join in, be part of this community. But also understand this, I have rules, and these rules will never be broken. This is what another problem that I have experienced, like working this YouTube channel. Being genuine also means that you understand my boundaries and my rules, and those boundaries cannot be crossed, they cannot be broken. You break those boundaries, you break those rules, that is it. No second chances. It's out. You're out. It's over. The rules are rules. The rules are there for a reason, man. Why do you think we have rules? Why do you think we have laws put into place? Because otherwise people would tear each other apart. So everything has its rules and has its reasoning. So I don't mind people joking around. I don't mind people having a good time or having opinions or even making fun of me. I don't mind. Okay? But remember the rules. Remember the rules. Okay? I have rules. Don't break those rules and you're going to be just fine. And I already explained what my rules are. They're common sense, very easy to understand. Okay? So, guys, I hope that this live stream is like crystal clear on why I need to get to 60,000 subscribers. It's not about that 60,000 number. It's about a test to see if you guys really care, if you guys really give a shit about this channel and about me, what I'm trying to do here. Yes, it's mainly video gaming, but also I want to see if there really are genuine people out there that give a shit about this channel, or it's just fly-by-nights, um, fly-by-nights, clowns and trolls. I don't care about that, guys. I know other YouTubers care. They want the traffic and they're willing to let all kinds of clowns come in. I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in genuine subscribers. And if I don't get the genuine subscribers, then I'll have my answer. And the answer is there are no genuine subscribers. They're all just, they are who they are. They want to screw around, right? They want to act a fool, screw around some more, and waste people's time with their stupid nonsense. I'm not interested in that. And that will let me know that I will never turn the comments back on. I will never turn the chat back on. So that's really what I'm trying to tell you guys. If we don't reach the 60,000 by the end of this year, the comments will never be turned on. The chat will never be turned on. And I think I've proven to you that I don't need the chat. I don't need the comments. Okay? So if you want to prove me wrong, and if you want to prove me wrong and say to me, well, you wrong, Mr. 4K. They are genuine subscribers. Well, let's reach 60,000. Let's get to 60,000 by the end of September, huh? Can we reach 60,000 by the end of September, right? So, but look, if we don't reach 60,000 subscribers, that's perfectly fine by me. I have no problem, working this channel like this. Clearly, as you can see, I have no issues running this channel like this. Okay? But it will suck for you guys because you'll never be able to get in touch with me. You'll never be able to interact with me. And that's okay. Nor do I want to interact with people who are, wasting my time with a small talk and nonsense and all that. I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in genuine individuals. Okay? So there you have it, guys. That's it. And honestly, I think this is the last time I'll mention this. But now that you know, now you know. Okay? And if we never get to 60,000, that's fine. I'm perfectly okay with that. I'm perfectly okay with that. I can run this channel just fine. I don't need 60,000 subscribers. Okay? That's fine. But remember, it's not about that number. It's about the test to see how many of you really give a shit about what I'm doing on this channel. That's what this is about. And if we don't get to 60,000, then I'll know that you guys really don't care. That there's no genuine individuals that don't care. And that's fine too, That's fine too, I don't care. Doesn't bother me, I'm perfectly okay with that. But at least I will have the answer for myself that, all right, well, that's the way it is. This is the way society has become. No one is genuine. No one gives a shit. Everyone just wants to screw around. Everyone just wants to, mess around, act a fool. Okay, well, that's fine. Act a fool all you want, but you will not act a fool on my channel. You will not act a fool in my vicinity. You can act a fool somewhere else, because I will not allow that ever on my channel. And when I tell you this, guys, I'm serious. I will never turn the comments back on. I will never turn the chat back on. It'll never happen. Okay? It can only happen if we can reach 60,000 by the end of this year. That is the test to see how many of you really give a shit. If we don't reach 60,000 by the end of this year, then I have my answer that you guys don't give a shit. Okay, well then, if you don't give a shit, neither will I give a shit to give you the opportunity to talk to me, to give you the opportunity to chat with me. Why should I give you my time, to waste my time, if you don't give a shit? Makes sense, right? Remember, guys, being genuine, it's about the respect. It's like a two-way street, right? It's not a one-way street. Okay? Respect goes both ways. I will be genuine to you as long as you're being genuine to me. If you treat me genuinely, I will treat you genuinely. So being genuine means respect. The word respect. If you respect what I do, then you will be genuine enough to help the channel and help me grow and create a cool community here that everyone can enjoy. But if you guys are screwing around, conspiring against me, going through all these little discords and little Facebook groups and whatever the hell is that you go to, and doing all this crap behind my back as if I don't know. I always knew, but I never gave a shit. This shows you how smart I am. That I knew all along who's who, who's doing what, but I never gave a shit. So then, why should I waste my time on you if you're being fake and phony and not genuine? See, it's all about being genuine. And the genuine means respect. The word respect. Everybody knows what that word is. But nobody wants to follow through on that. But everybody understands it, what it means. So, anyway, there you have it, guys. I hope, like I said, this is the last time I will mention this. Look, I have a video. It's on my YouTube page. I already explained everything. And I also explained it here on this live stream, and also explained it on the other live stream. And plus, there's a YouTube video on the front of my channel front page. Everything's explained. But I don't want you guys to think that this is about me. It's not about me trying to be a big celebrity YouTuber. It's not about this, okay? It's about the principle. It's about me trying to find out. It's like a test, trying to find out if I can have genuine people on this channel. Because I got to be honest, I haven't found one single genuine person. I hate to say it, man. I'm not going to name names. I'm going to put anybody on the spotlight. I'm not going to say anyone's name here, but I haven't met anyone who was genuine. Everyone was manipulative, two-faced, right? Disingenuine, acting nice when they're on the chat, and then after the chat, they go somewhere else and they, talk about me in a negative way. Listen, guys, I have not met one single person on this channel that was genuine. That's pretty bad if you really think about it. Not one single genuine person. Everyone was just secretive, manipulative, stroking their egos, bragging, right? And that really tells you a lot about where we are as a society. I mean, I've been doing this channel for 12 years, almost 13 years. And every time I try to give you guys a second chance and let you guys come back and let you come back in, it's always the same song and dance, bro. Same song and dance with every single one of you. Same song and dance. And then I have to say, well, I have to draw the line somewhere. And that's what this is about, me drawing the line on that sand where I'm saying, here's my principles. Okay? And, but I'm still giving you guys a chance to get to 60,000. And maybe you can learn something from this. Maybe you could be a better person. Maybe you can look at yourself in the mirror and say, sometimes you have to look at yourself in the mirror and say, well, let me look at myself. What have I done in the past 30, 40 years? Let's look at all the things that I have done. Who am I as a person? People don't do that because they don't want to acknowledge all the shitty things that they have done, right? How they treated other people, how they were manipulating other people, and they don't want to be reminded of that. You see, that's the thing. People would rather bullshit themselves to make themselves, I don't know, holier than thou. That's called narcissism. It's, oh God, narcissism. Oh man. Anyway, listen, I love you guys, I really do. But I hope you learned something from this. Everything I told you in the past 1 hour of me telling you all of this, I really hope genuinely that this helps someone out. That genuinely this helps someone out. That this like makes you realize a lot of things. And everything I just told you, that's good for you. And it's good advice, the best advice. Forget the good advice. I don't like to use the word good. I'm giving the best advice. And a lot of people think I'm full of shit. They want to, that's fine. You can have, title to your opinions. But this is coming from being genuine. Do you really think I would waste my time, almost midnight right now, telling you all of this if I didn't give a shit? If I was some sort of a narcissist that was just like only about myself, only thinking about myself, looking myself in the mirror, having posters of me everywhere. If I was like that kind of a narcissist, then yeah, sociopath, narcissist, fine. But I'm not. I truly give a shit. No sociopath or narcissist would waste their time giving genuinely good advice. Okay, no one will waste 1 hour of their time telling people some best advice out there that no one wants to tell you. And I just did that. I gave you the best advice. Take it or leave it. That can help you maneuver through this complex life that you're still having difficult time understanding. Okay? And I only give the best advice. I don't give bullshit, con artist, bullshit artist, uh, salesman, oil snake advice. Okay? I'll never sell you a snake oil. I'm not a salesman, even though I used to be a salesman. But one of the reasons why I quit, this is the point I was trying to make. One of the reasons why I quit being a salesman, it's not because I was not good at it. I was good at it. I was pretty good. Believe me when I tell you I was pretty good. But one of the reasons why I quit being a salesman is because I didn't like it. I didn't like lying to people. I didn't like manipulating people, making them buy something they don't need, the things that they don't need, wasting their money on the things that they don't really need. But that was my job, to sell them the stuff that they don't really need. And it's one of the reasons why I quit being a salesman, because I didn't like that. I didn't like selling crap to other people simply because of the money. And I sold a lot of stuff. Believe me. That was my job, is to sell. And, people buy it. People buy it. People buy stuff. And this goes back to the material things. There's a lot of stuff you don't need, man. There's a lot of, like, you don't need, a new house. The house you have is fine enough. You paid off the house. You're just paying a property tax, and that's it. But you're happy where you are, paying a property tax each year. You're happy where you are there, right? But no, I want a bigger house. Why? Why do you need a bigger house, dude? People always are thriving for things that really don't matter. stuff that don't matter, dude. And you know, I already spoke about this, so I hope it helps. And I mean it in a like a genuine way. I hope it helps. I hope I know you guys will rewind this and you'll rewatch this many times. That's fine. Maybe you can cut this one segment for 1 hour, put it out there. That's fine by me. Um, but share it, put it out there, share it. I think what I just said here will help someone out there who's struggling mentally, um, because they're vulnerable, you know. So there you have it. Okay. This is me being genuine to you. No bullshit, just being 100% genuine. Okay. All right, guys. Well, have a good night. And listen, I got to get going. But I've been thinking about playing Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced. Um, I thought about maybe playing it tomorrow. I want to take a break from, you know, the Bus Bound. Bus Bound is a chill game. It's a cool game, and that's why we're talking because it's a very chill game. I enjoy it. I also want to take a little break from Tokon. Listen, Tokon is great. Marvel Tokon is great. I've been enjoying it. I've been really having a great time playing a Tokon. I'm really loving Tokon. Marvel Tokon, Busbound. It's a pretty cool chill game. Great for like having a conversation while driving. But I really want to play Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced, especially on the PS5 Pro. PS5 Pro takes the full advantage of Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced, and I want to play the game like in its full completion. I want to like finish everything. I want to find every treasure, every side mission. I want to collect everything that I can collect. I want like to do even those new missions that they have, which is part of the Resynced. And I want to really spend time playing the game. Like and really enjoy it every every bit and ounce of it. I want to enjoy that Assassin's Creed Black Flag has to offer. I want to put like 100 hours and just play it. Maybe if we do that, maybe we can reach those numbers, right? Maybe we can get there quicker and get that 60,000 subscribers. Maybe. I hope. But again, it's entirely up to you guys. But I want to play it because there's something about that game that it's very unique about the Edward Kenway, him becoming a privateer, trying to become someone, to impress his girlfriend or his wife, to get the approval from her father that he's somebody, that he's not just some poor peasant. But along the way, in search of the riches and the glory and the gold and all of this stuff, as a privateer, becoming a pirate, and then becoming this, part of this brotherhood of the assassins. There's something else that happens to Edward Kenway in that story, that he realizes that all of this stuff, it's not important. Fame and glory is not necessarily going to make you happy. Fame and glory and gold and riches not necessarily going to make you feel great. What makes you feel great, it's being with someone that you love, someone who makes you feel good and makes you feel good. being around the people that makes you feel good. I think he realized at the end of that game what's important, right? If you love someone and you guys love each other, you don't need money. You don't need all this gold and fame and riches stuff. You have each other. You could live in a tent. You could live in a cave and you still will be happy. You will love each other. Okay? And I think that was the message in that game. But I want to spend time playing that game. Um, like, I want to complete everything. 100 hours, check everything, complete everything, and really appreciate, um, you know, what Matt Ryan was saying, the voice actor of Edward Kenway, what he said basically, there's so much in this game. There's so much scope. There's a size and scope of Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced, that it's truly a masterpiece. But you really have to like play it to its full completion, and that's what I want to do. It'll take me probably a couple of months, maybe by the end of October. Maybe I'll finish it. I don't know. Because I want to try everything. I want to, explore everything, find every treasure, everything, And so I think tomorrow, most likely, we'll play Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced. And I really do want to finish it like 100%, 100 hours. I want to unlock everything, find everything, and hopefully you guys will tune in and watch me play it. Yeah, so I think that's what we're doing tomorrow. Tomorrow's Tuesday. Yeah, it's time. Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced. Edward Kenway is a very interesting character with a very interesting story. And the story of the game is very interesting and well written as well. It's more than just a pirate game. It's much deeper than that. And I think this is one of the Ubisoft's best games ever, honestly. And I think even Ubisoft knows that this is their best game ever, clearly. Um, and yeah, yeah. And don't be surprised if there's a sequel to Edward Kenway's story. Matt Ryan was talking about the actor Matt Ryan, who plays Edward Kenway. He said, "Absolutely, I would love to." He said, "If the Ubisoft ever calls him to do a sequel for Black Flag Resynced," he said, "Absolutely, I would love to learn more about Edward Kenway and his journey, what happens after, right? To learn more about him." And let's take the journey of Edward Kenway in a different direction. Um, so I think Ubisoft most likely is probably working on a script, dude. I'm thinking because with the success, this is their highest selling video game this summer. Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced has been dominating. And even Ubisoft is surprised. Like, they were like, wow, dude. So now Ubisoft is thinking, we have to make a sequel to Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced because this indicates to us that people are hungry for this character. They want to learn more about this character and Edward Kenway's journey. It's like a TV show. First season ended, and you can't wait for the second season, right? So it's like Matt Ryan says. He says he will do it in a heartbeat. Says if they call me to do a sequel, I said I'll do it. I said absolutely. Says yeah, I'll do it. Matt Ryan, the voice actor. He's also an actor, but a voice actor for Edward Kenway. So I would not be surprised if there is a sequel to Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced. You know. So anyway, that's what we're doing tomorrow. Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced on PS5 Pro Enhanced. Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced on PS5 Pro. PS5 Pro Enhanced. All right, guys. Well, there you have it. I think I spoke too much. I think I said too much. I hope you enjoyed this live stream. I hope you had a great time watching this stream. And like I said, if you like what I do, like, share, subscribe. Really that simple. Thank you, and I will see you tomorrow for Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced. PS5 Pro Enhanced version. Thank you.